It's Sunday Mass, January the 26th in the year 2025. Hey, everybody, welcome to iBashers Sunday Mass. In nomine Padre, Filii, e Spiritus Sancti. Let's bash. How are you all today? It's great to see everybody in the room. Today's topic can be anything from your cats. We're going to pray out for Kay because she had a little bit of a setback, but Drew assures me that she's doing pretty well. But I thought today that we'd start with something pertinent in today's society, especially if you engage in social media, and that's the power of our perspectives and my personal call to discernment in news consumption, because I think that's an important part, because as you guys know, I often lambaste outlets like Facebook for people's vitriol and misinformation and their biases and other forms of media that they consume. And I guess, I wrote a little thing, and yes, I do read it off of my screen, but I do write them. And basically it's this, that today in this age of instant information, we are blessed with the unprecedented amount and access to news from every corner of the globe. But with that access comes great responsibility. The responsibility to discern truth from spin, facts from opinions, and reality from the narratives crafted to serve agendas. The way we consume news profoundly influences our understanding of the world. Our biases, whether subtle or overt, can warp our perceptions, creating a reality that aligns more with an ideological lens than with the truth. And left unchecked, this bias can divide us. It hardens our hearts and minds against differing perspectives. When we rely solely on news outlets that reflect our own personal beliefs, we risk becoming trapped inside an echo chamber. These environments reinforce our preconceptions, making it harder to entertain opposing viewpoints. So instead of broadening our horizons, we just narrow them. In debates, this can leave us ill-equipped to argue effectively because we rely on distorted or incomplete facts that weaken our positions. And that's a very big problem when you debate with somebody that's only got one side of the coin. So to combat this, first we must acknowledge that complete objectivity is rare. Journalists are human, and even the best reporting can carry shades of perspective. However, there are outlets that strive to minimize bias and prioritize factual reporting over sensationalism or editorializing. So what's your example? Now, I'm speaking from an American perspective because we went through a big election. People are polarized on all sides of the aisle. So examples of far right-leaning outlets include Fox News or One America News Network, while the left is maybe MSNBC or Democracy Now!, and nobody watches that. But for those seeking less editorialized contents, consider outlets like Reuters or the Associated Press or even BBC World News, because these organizations focus on delivering straightforward reporting, though no source is completely immune to critique. So the antidote, I guess, is what I'm getting at, to biased news is not simply finding the right outlet, but cultivating critical thinking. And here's a couple of principles. Diversify your sources. This is so important. Don't get it from just Fox or CNN or Al Jazeera or whatever your preferred news outlet is. Read and watch across the spectrum to gain a new and more complete perspective. Distinguish facts from opinions. Editorialization is what's killing the news. Many outlets blur this line. They seek original reporting, but be wary of emotionally charged language, because oftentimes it can be very persuasive. Verify claims. If they say something, cross-reference major stories with multiple outlets to confirm accuracy. One station might not be telling you the truth. Reflect before reacting. Take a beat, take a pause to consider whether your emotional response is rooted in truth or manipulation or just your passionate opinion. Now, in a world awash with information, truth is a treasure that we should pursue. Ensuring that facts are correct and uncorrupted by ideological narratives equips you to engage in meaningful dialogue. A debate is not about defeating the other person. It's about seeking clarity and understanding. So approach the news and one another with humility, curiosity, and an unwavering commitment to the truth, the actual truth. For when we prioritize truth over narrative, we build bridges instead of walls, becoming not just informed citizens, but wise stewards of the realities we face and the realities we share. And that's my little nugget of today. Hope you're all well. Let's bash. Dave Fahrenheit 451 is in the room. Upvoted and bestow my position to whomever hasn't reached the nuclear one spot. Well, the nuclear one spot, I'm going to button this up. It feels so underdressed. Goes to the incomparable Drew B for his talk about stewardship of the beautiful Kay, which he's referring to her as now. She had a little setback, and he wrote me an email. He mentioned it on the chat. You know, she had her leg amputated, and she's stretching, and she's popping some stitches and sutures. We love you, Kay. Everybody, if you can, light a candle, say a prayer, do what you can, not only for our basher of the day, but for our basher cat of the day and the week and the month, and that is our beloved Kay. Thanks so much. Thank you, Dave. You're the best. Push Stuttgart. Good day, bastards. Good day. Great to see you in the room. Hitesh C is here. Hey, buddy boy. Happy Sunday to all. Can't be here for the live show, but we'll catch the replay. Don't forget to upvote. Yeah, it's right down here. Here, I always do that wrong. It's right down there. If you hit that button down there, hit a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm out a tremendous amount, gets the show to more people. And we want to enjoy more people in our little wonderful community. Or do we not? Do we want to keep them out? We certainly don't want to have people in the room who are so incredibly biased on one side that they can't see the humanity through other people. And it's a problem. I don't think we have such a problem here. Mr. Landon, number 4 today, upvoted for Sunday Mass with Dirk and all the Bashers. Best wishes to Dirk and all the Bashers. Enjoy the bash. Enjoy the bash. As I am at work again. Oh, you work so hard, buddy. Like, upvote, subscribe, and share. Do it. If you can, it'd be great. Now, the incomparable Julian is in the room, and he always gives us words of pearls of wisdom. Let's start out with how little our careers express what lies in us, and yet how much time they take up. It's sad, really. We should be careful of each other. We should be kind while there is still time. Isn't that the truth? One of the quainter quirks of life is that we shall never know who dies on the same day as we do ourselves. Yeek! I got chills from that one. I came to the conclusion that an enormous amount of research was needed to form an opinion on anything, and therefore abandoned politics altogether as a topic of conversation. Ain't you the smartest? I mean, I just got into a little thing with a guy on Facebook, and I'm never on Facebook because of the polarity, because it's just so ridiculous. The hatred and the one-sidedness and the ignorance that people spew, and I mean both sides of the aisle, so don't pigeon me hole. There's some people are just so ridiculous in their tunnel vision that they can't see the light through the trees. You know, there's in politics, there's the left and there's the right, and then there's the truth. Neither of these sides is correct. Neither of them. Some of them are a little bit more right than others, but right down the middle is where you should get your opinion and form it from there. And then you could lean a little bit left, a little bit right, depends on what you want, or don't lean any way at all. Don't lean any way at all. Raver says, okay, hands up, any of ye that does not identify as a cat. So today's thumbnail was because I had a really great night last night. My dearest, oldest friend, one of them, my 2 oldest girlfriends in the world are Mimi and Mary Ryan. And Mary was in today with her son, who I absolutely think is just the best. And he came in, Blazy, and he's a very talented guy. And boy, he tried on my Milgas. He couldn't even get it over his hand. I was like, oh, wow. Got to put a couple of links on that. And, you know, she was trying to understand the whole watch fascination thing. We talked about music ad nauseum. But it turns out that, you know, because Blaze is a musician and is a writer, a rapper, a poet, a bunch of different things. He's really, you know, spread out his talents. And it turns out he's a big Rent fan. And, you know, I've told this story on the show, so I'm not going to go into it. I was thinking about doing a full content thing on the perils of, I am not an actor per se. I am a singer, and I have been my whole life. But I did attempt to get into that show, and I was nearly successful. I got very close. I had 16 callbacks to that show, and looked very much like I was going to be in there. And then at the very end, it didn't happen. But we both know the show ad nauseum. And we were just driving my friend Mary crazy because I don't think she really likes that kind of music. Rent is kind of responsible for a new kind of theatrical production and experience. And it used to be like Guys and Dolls and South Pacific and The Sound of Music. And then it all got gritty and real, and everyone started singing their R's really like this. And there's a new style of singing, and in a small way, it kind of ruined it because I studied voice and no one ever told me to go It was actually considered a big faux pas to do that. No one did it. You'd flatten all your R's out. But now everyone's here. I am a teacher. But I had a great night with them. So anyway, he was talking about rent, so I put up that thumbnail, which is kind of my joke parody iBashers thing of the La Vie Boheme, which is the big ensemble number, other than 525,000. I thought it'd be funny. I thought he'd get a kick out of it. I hope you saw it, Blazy. And there you go. Andrew Welkowicz, Canadian, $5. Be the best bastard you can. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and others. Upvote and subscribe. Please do so if you can. That'd be great. Big bang boom for you. It's the Super Chat Gong. It's Andrews. He knows it. He owns it. Daniel Gutierrez is here. Happy Sunday, Bastards. Happy Sunday to you. And Melly C, praise the Lord. It's Father Dirk and all the Bashers wishing everyone a blessed Sunday. Blessed Sunday to you. And how many Padri, Fili, Spiritu Santi for you and the beautiful kids. I see you got some Melly C action. I got some Mork and Mindy coming on here. The Gallery of Bashtards is coming in as we speak. Thank you so much for that. I love showing off all the gallery this day. Panel power. Good evening, Bashers. Good evening to you, buddy boy. How are you? Ray, you want to elaborate? Have you been back to your home? Do we know exactly what the winds and storm have done to your west, your house in the west? Or are you still on the mainland? Let us know because we're all concerned. We got a lot of concerns today. Kay, top of the list. And Ray, not that you're of any lesser, but we know you're okay. Big Ben, number 10, Ray. And here's Dino. Let's get the show on the road. Get your roadies, get your stuff. Lock up the beer, get it done. Drew B, blessed Sunday to all. Asking for prayers for little Kay the cat. She's back at the emergency vet this morning for extra wound care. Now, he sent that this morning, and then he sent me a picture for the gallery. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull it up right now because we love our Kay. You know, we're all along on Drew's journey. And this is Kay. His neighbor found this cat who had been severely injured. He and his wife, the beautiful Heather, have adopted this cat. She's gorgeous. We love her. She had her leg amputated, and she's been through surgery. She's been through a whole hell of a lot. And look at this beautiful beast. Look at her. And she's got like a whole beautiful life ahead of her with a beautiful family to enjoy. And she deserves the very, very best. And we're praying for her quick recovery and full back to health. Okay, so she'll be on 3 legs. Cat on 3 legs. That'll make her unique and beautiful in ways that no one else can describe. Look at this beautiful. She's loving and she loves being with her family. And we're so grateful to you, Drew and Heather. You're angels among us. And this is just the whole story is just absolutely heartbreaking. Heartbreaking and heartwarming because she's got this chance. She didn't have a chance in hell. And then she did. And she found a loving family with beautiful hearts to take her on. We love you for that, man. Thank you so much. And Kay, we wish you the best. You're the greatest. You're the greatest, Ruby. We thank you, man. We'll have a K-a-thon for sure. And dude, that thing we talked about with Carol and Martin, I know you're a proud man, and that's fine, but you say the word, and I'm on it. I'm on it. Anything for you, man. Anything whatsoever. And I said, that's me, the iBashers, since Dave has bequeathed his Basher of the day to the next person who has not hit the top spot, it looks to me that person is Drew B. I mean, come on. Of course it is. Prayers for Kay. She's been through a lot. Come on, Kay. We love you. And I did send him a Basher of the day song. So mission complete. And thank you so much, Dave Fahrenheit 451. You are a mensch, as they say. Mart, Sunday Mass, iBasher time. Upvote everyone. It's great to see you in Bronson. Look at beautiful Bronson in the room. Andy M is here. Hey, Andy M. Good to see you, Father Dirk. Wishing you and yours only good things. The really funny thing last night was, Blaze said to me in front of his mom, and my friend Mary has really found Catholicism in her second chapter of her life, going to mass, retreats, spirituality. She's really embraced her Catholic roots. And he goes, what's the name of that show on Sunday? I said, Sunday Mass. And she looked at me like, Sunday Mass? What do you mean you're doing a Sunday Mass? I had to explain to her exactly what this show was, that it's a play on, just a good time hour where we, don't say or any of that stuff. We just try to put our best bash forward and try to do good amongst men and women of the world and all the creatures. So if you're watching right now, Maya, that's my nickname, Maya or Giselle. This is what we're doing, Sunday Mass. So be inspired. Kevin Hawthorne is here. Good afternoon. Hey, Kevin. Need I remind you, we watched him on TV. He had a couple of reports on him from all the local stations in Lakeland, Florida. What an incredible guy you are. He's got a savant knowledge of transportation, and I can't promote you enough. You're a wonderful guy. You move it forward. You pay it forward every single day. Cheers to you, Kevin Hawthorne. 3:01 and 53 seconds start time. Okay. Hey, you know what I had to do? I had to brew some coffee. That's what I had to do. Delicioso. Kyle Pena's here. Happy Sunday, all. Great new shot. Hey, looks great. We are finally enjoying some rain. Oh, man. It never rains in California. It doesn't really rain very often there. Congratulations on that rain, man. With all these fires. By the way, guys, I know that the world, the start of the month, all the fires broke out and everybody was so in tune, and the fires are still not out because of wind, because of embers. They start new fires all over the place. Whether or not there was human intervention or causality between these fires, I do not know. The truth will out eventually. But it's not completely contained. Little fires have started here and there, some bigger than others. So that sounded so Trump, some bigger than others. But they're great fires. A lot of very uncool stuff has happened in a legal way in the last couple of days. Legal aid and foreign aid and a lot of things. And while there might be whoop whoops on one side of the aisle, it's going to have massive ramifications for the world. We need to start looking at the world as one Federation of Planets style. We really need to figure that out. And eventually we will. It's evolution. Evolution of society will eventually drive us to the point where we'll all be under one particular thing. Remember, you know what there isn't in Star Trek? There's no United States. They don't talk about it at all because it doesn't exist. And money doesn't exist either. It's because we, got into that big galactic war and we had to be unified. And sometimes that has to happen. Dave Fitzsimons, peace, redemption, and a healthy dose of Bashers. Great to see you in the room. Whoop, whoop. Did you whoop, 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 whoop here? The beautiful Jocelyn Bittenbender. Indeed, Kyle Pena, finally some rain here in California. A nice, cozy day to enjoy Sunday Mass. Great to see you there. Look at her. Look at all 1950s movie star. Yeah, I mean, God, you have to pray for rain. You see all these movies back in the day with all the farmers and the droughts and the Dust Bowl praying for rain, but this is a totally different thing. This is not getting something to grow. This is to stop. This is to stop something from growing. And the fires have just every day. I have this app that everybody was getting, and I got it, and it just goes to show you the second a new fire pops up. It's really scary. So yeah. I hope it rains like hell there, Dean says, absolutely correct on the times. DNN, Clinton News Network, POTUS. Well, CNN is the left-leaning ones. Listen, but you know what the number one news station is in the United States of America? It ain't CNN. It's Fox News, which is as far right-wing as a news, that and Breitbart and OAN and what's the other one? Newsmax. I mean, watching any of those things, because I'm such a centrist, when I watch them, I just go, what? On both sides. I go, because I can't believe that people report things that people do believe it. They actually believe that editorial is actual news when it's not news. It's editorial. There's a difference between news reporting and when a station is biased, they are not telling you the truth. And if you stay on one station, I don't stay on CNN. There's a great thing. Actually, I can pull it up. Let me pull it up. This is a really good picture. Yeah. Here's how it works. Here's an assignment if anybody's interested at all. Here you go. Let me pull that off. So, all sides media bias chart. Anybody could pull this up off the internet and you could look at it. Basically, what is it? It tells you what's left, hard left, left leaning, what's centrist, what's right leaning, and what's far right. So in the left, alternate, the AP wire. No, the AP. Really, is that true? No, that can't be that. Associated Press. It could be. The Atlantic, Only Beast, Democracy Now, which I've never heard of, by the way. The Guardian, the Huffington Post, and blah, blah, blah. Left leaning is ABC News, Bloomberg, CBS News, CNN. See, CNN is not even considered far left. It's considered it's left leaning. NBC News, the New York Times, NPR, Time, Yahoo. But here's the one in the center. And this is mostly for American folks. BBC News, which is a very unbiased network. The Christian Science Monitor, CNBC, Forbes, MarketWatch, Newsweek, Reason, Reuters, which is where I get most of my news. I like Reuters because they just report. SAN and the Wall Street Journal. And then you get to the right and you got Fox Business, the New York Post. New York Post should be in the far right because it's insane what they write on their pages. The Wall Street Journal, Opinion, which is a totally different paper. Then on the right, you have the American Conservative, the American Spectator, Breitbart, Daily Wire, Fox News, New York. Oh, there it is, New York Post, Newsmax and OA, and no one should watch those. And I don't know, I'm assuming that the mirror of that on the left would be that thing I never heard of, the Democracy Now. That looks kind of crazy. The Post Millennial. Yeah, you're not going to get any news there, man. You're not getting news. You're getting somebody's opinion, and it's not real. And you should ignore those things because they're stupid. JHB, hey Dirk, happy Sunday. Oh, JHB with $10, 10 balloons. Thank you, buddy. Let me do some balloons. I never do balloons on this show, and they're so cute. I'll do balloons and other stuff. Here's the balloons, yay! And a confetti burst. Thanks, buddy. And a big bang boom because you deserve it. I'll give you. That's a nice one. So let's go Super Chat Gong 3. Thank you, buddy boy. Now I have to go back there and take down off. The balloons don't auto stop. I wish that they did. But back to the comments of the world. Drew B says, "Oh, he's in the room. Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, you have an update. Well said. I've given up on every news outlet. They all suck. They all suck. Unless you're someone whose mental health depends on being in an echo chamber of hearing you're right. Man, I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm just so sick of the parroting. I'm so sick of the tropes. And I did the thing with Trump pardoning those idiots who went through the court system, were tried, or they pleaded guilty, or any of that stuff. And this guy wrote, yeah, but Nancy Pelosi and all the usual, the borders and all this stuff. These are all issues that have nothing to do whatsoever with what I mentioned. So yeah, I know, Drew. It's just, oh God, it's so annoying. Drew B, thanks Dave F for giving it away. Yeah, I looked it up to make sure that Drew B didn't have it, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna blow smoke up his ass all day because he's the greatest. Because you deserve it. Sometimes people deserve to have smoke blown up their ass. And you do because you're such a beautiful human being. Melly C, speedy recovery to beautiful K. We love her, man. We've all fallen in love with her. Great pick. Isn't she a beauty? Jocelyn says, oh, healing thoughts and love for K's recovery. Thanks. Yeah, man. Sending love to K is PK. That's my sister. Sending love to K. That's my sister, Pat. Isn't she beautiful, Pat? What a great guy he is. And, we've all been down that road. My sister's family went through a terrible thing with their dog with an amputation. And, I don't want to get into it, but it's all scary. My sister Carrie did too. They don't know, Pat, they don't know the history, like how Kay got injured, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Ray says, all good text only comes with rock. No electric, no Wi-Fi, no phones, no sheep, no property. Hey, thank you for that update, buddy boy. Okay, that's great. Okay, so no electric, no Wi-Fi, no phones. Great. You know what you could do? You could just sit and stare at the west of Ireland and how beautiful it is. Why not just do that? No property damages. Great, says Andrew Wolkowicz. Indeed. And he says, thanks. Yeah, we love you, man. And you know that. Jocelyn Bittenbender says, finally have all of your fragrance tidbits gathered and we'll get the... Oh, what? Come on, Lady Pie. Don't do that. You don't have to send me stuff. You're too sweet. I'm wearing it right now. I wear it every day. Man, I must say, I've been doing a number on the Habit Rouge. You know, a lot of the other channels are diversifying and making cocktails and doing fragrances and all that stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. I've made drinks on my show and I took everybody shopping for fragrance and I don't know. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? Vasilios P, our friend from Greece, is here. Happy Sunday to everyone. Happy Sunday to you, buddy. How are you? Happy for you, Ray Ray. We're all happy for you, Ray Ray. RP1960 says, The Loudest Voice was a good series based on the book about Fox and Murdoch. Say it loud enough and keep reading it, and people will believe whatever you throw at them. 100%. And that's what they do because they, here's how you know. Once you say something and somebody completely changes the narrative to something else, one, you get thrown off the debating team because it's out of context and it makes no sense. But when they keep repeating the same mantras over and over again, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge, eventually you become so entranced by it. It's like religion and calls to prayer and all those things. You become, you transport it, and it happens to people. And I know good people it's happened to. That's why I pretty much stay off of Facebook. And every once in a while, you can't help myself. I know I have a show now, but I don't want to become a polarizing figure. I have very strong opinions on things. I personally think we're headed towards a totalitarian government. I think all things point towards that. I had one of our former bashers write me a letter, and somebody who I respected and tried to do what I could, but refuses to listen to reason and never replies to my reply ever. People don't like getting called out on their bullshit. They just don't like it. But here's the thing. If you're going to spew a fact and you're going to say it with such emphatic authority, check your sources. Or check your sources. Like Alec Baldwin didn't do. He's a polarizing guy, but he's talented, he's got the best voice, and he made it very, check your sources, and the sources were wrong. Check your sources, just so it doesn't come back to bite you in the ass. I've done it. We've all done it. We're all capable of it because we all want to believe in the thing we want to believe in. And that's what it is, I want so bad to believe that Ian Gillan never made that Black Sabbath album. Please say that album didn't happen. Please say, I have no interest in Metallica whatsoever, but I'm like, please say that Lou Reed album didn't happen. It's like, they do what they do best. He does what he does best. And then they got together and they made something that neither of them do best. It's just, you want so badly to believe something isn't true. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Somebody on TV the other night was just on TV. I say TV because YouTube is my TV now. Was talking about all this stuff about Nazi Germany. And are we allowed to say that word, or are we get in trouble for saying that? I don't know. It's a word. I don't know if we can say that word. And they had the whole concept of what that was completely incorrect. And I noticed that no one in the conversation said anything except one guy at the end said that they had it all wrong, and then the show ended. Bye. Crazy stuff. How goes it, Bashers? Another week in the books and a new one on the horizon. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. I agree. Let's go get it, JC Kingsley. Government and politics is the ultimate crapshoot. Fact is that it all goes back and forth like a pendulum as far as what the general public needs to function. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think we're on the verge of not functioning. I think it's getting really, It's not even polarizing anymore. Then the Constitution of the Constitution was pulled down from the White House website. It was removed. Do they not want anybody to read that? I mean, that's the foundation of this country. They're challenging the Constitution now. They're talking about, extending the presidential term limits and changing the availability for people who are born on U.S. soil to not be. That's in the Constitution. It's not amendable. You're not supposed to be able to change that. You can amend it, but you can't change it. You can add things to it, but you can't take them away, and that's fundamental. So it's not on there, and that scares the living shit out of me. That why in the world would our most important document be removed from our official government website? Sometimes a country needs a strong guiding hand to firmly say this is what we're doing. Yeah, like who? Sometimes they just need government to get out of their way because they're playing the fields optimal already. Yeah. Sometimes the truth is really hard to accept. It is, yeah. What does it say? He says, "Nah, pineapple Z." Is that right? I don't know. Is that a word that you get in trouble for using now? I mean, there's a bunch of words. I think YouTube should have a list of words we're not supposed to say. I'm just talking about the Third Reich. I'm not promoting. Let's just say that. Where the gamble comes into play is when you get those things, firm framework versus freedom to do what you need to do, right? Melly C, it's difficult as nowadays everyone has that's the problem, their truth. There is no my truth and your truth. There's the truth, and that's the problem. That's the problem. People are, think that January 6th was nothing. They think it meant nothing. Here's a really big question for people. If they got their hands on Nancy Pelosi and they got their hands on Mike Pence, what do you think would happen? You think that they would have killed them? I think that they would have killed them. I think for sure. It would have been just a big mob assassination because that's who they wanted. They wanted him so he couldn't certify the election, and they want her for all the crimes they believe she's responsible for, because those far right channels have told them that she did. They almost killed her husband. I mean, literally, they almost killed her husband. These are actual things that happen in the world, And when it comes to Mike Pence, this is from now on, I used to call him cuck husband right now, but this is what his name now is. Hold on. This guy's Mike Pence. Because I've never seen anybody, that guy. I mean, I don't even feel bad for him because he's so stupid. Great to see you, Mr. President. That guy tried to have you murdered. Thank you. Good to see you, Mr. President. Yeah. I didn't know whether or not we're allowed to use that word. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know. I'm just, I'm not talking about them. I'm just referencing it. Is that how you say it? And pineapple. Okay. All too often we end up with the wrong guy in office when we get one, and the right guy is in office then we get the other. Yeah. I don't think we've had the right guy in a long time. Recently learned that cologne can be for females. Always thought perfume. Oh, interesting. Drew B. Perfume was female. Thought perfume was female. Realized after trying some Joe Malone cologne, maybe the name Peony and Blush Suede should have been a clue. I think in terms of in the fragrance world, that parfum, eau de parfum, eau de toilette, those were words that you found mostly in females, and guys, it just used to be aftershave or cologne. Of course, when things got fancier, they started saying like, my preference for Habit Rouge is the eau de parfum, because the actual parfum, the actual perfume was like a nuclear bomb. It was so concentrated that, it took over the entire 20 foot perimeter you were in. And that shouldn't be for anybody. A great fragrance, you should be able to smell it, and somebody close to you. You shouldn't walk in the office and everybody smells you. It's not the old lady in church behind you. You got to be careful with that. And there's, there were always more concentrations for women. There was parfum, eau de parfum, and now they're doing it for men too. But cologne, I've seen that cologne is now like unisex, I guess. Like my sister, Carrie, when she lived in Spain, she found a fragrance called Agua Brava by Puig, and it's a cologne, and it's woodsy but citrusy, and it's great. She wears it all the time, and it's great on women and men. It's, your body chemistry is obviously going to get involved and change the way other people perceive it on you. But yeah, I think that the names have changed. So, but yeah, you certainly can find cologne for women. I love 4711. They don't pay me, but I've promoted that many times on this show. It's very light. It doesn't last very long, but it smells so fresh and so great, and it's perfect on a man or a woman. It's kind of the original CK1, but less airplane bathroom. Because CK1 to me smells like an air when you go into the lavatory in an airplane. That's what I smell. CK1. It's kind of in that fresh category, but with a little bit more. It's been around for 600 years. It's crazy. He said it's a blacklisted word. Okay, so he puts pineapple in between. Okay, I'll just what will I call them then? I'll call them I don't know. I'll come up with something. Renaissance, 4 legs, good. 2 legs, bad. George Orwell. Maximum love to Kay. Love her little face, so endearing. I would love to own her. I know. You'd love to have her because we don't own them. They're our new friends. We open our hearts. Thank you, Julian. Yeah, see, man, it's amazing. Then we would be at civil. Yeah, we'd be at Civil War again. The Pelosi Pence question. Yeah, that'd be, man. No, do you think they would have killed them? I think that they would have killed them both. I think that's what would have happened because people did get injured. People are denying the fact that as a consequence of that event, people were injured and people died. And we're not willing. And I know one of the guys that did it. One of the guys that went to jail is in a very a semi-famous heavy metal band that we once shared a bill with. And that guy's a raging lunatic. Conspiracy theorist and all kinds of crazy stuff. You can't have a conversation with that guy. He's completely Pazuzu land. He's out of his mind, So do we call it a Bezos chair or a Pence chair? I just found out about that the other night. And I was so annoyed. I was like, oh, God. There are chairs for that. Oh, my God. Yeah. Did we ever find out if he married that woman? Because I don't care. Yeah, that's hilarious too. Exactly. I honestly do not feel that in my lifetime we've had a president that I would be honored to call my friend. I mean, I'm sure none of them care, but that's the facts. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's there should be the oath that they should take is like a doctor's a do no harm oath. That's what it should be. Like, which one did the least amount of harm? And I think that's the only thing you can get, because in listen, our values have changed over the years. The FDRs and the Trumans of the world and the patriots of the world. Patriotism meant something completely different than it does now. Because now when I see a person that calls themselves patriotic person used to be a person who put their flag out in front of their house and were proud to be where they're from. Now it's people who go to mob conventions and monster truck shows and, wear ridiculous outfits and horns and stuff. It's turned into quite the circus. And I don't know what's going to quiet that noise or how it's going to happen. And unfortunately, the only thing that possibly can happen is some kind of catastrophic event, some kind of calamity that will make people go, oh, crap. Because what else could do it when they're just being fed the same poison over and over again? It's like when you're in a cult, and your shaman or your guru or your leader keeps telling you that they're coming and put on these purple sneakers and, all that stuff. You believe all that stuff. You have to get deprogrammed. Look at Scientology as a religion. I had a run-in with them. I've mentioned it on the show where I got audited. I was curious. I had no interest in it, but I was curious enough to go and get audited by them. And it was a lot of mind games and word smithery. And And it was really a creepy thing. I had a friend who recommended it to me and said it would be great for your career. And I was thinking, oh, Billy Sheehan and Travolta and Tom Cruise. Well, and then I saw how weird it was, and I never went back. And I never told them where I lived. They found out where I lived, and they've been sending me things for years. Finally, I wrote them a letter and I said, oh, please stop sending these letters to this address. He's deceased. And then it went away for a while, and then they started coming back. I guess they like, why do they care that I was there once? But they keep imprinting all this information on you. And I'm not just talking about the far right. I'm talking about extremism on either side of the fence. They just keep imprinting it. And if listen, some people are more susceptible. You could be depressed, or you could be on drugs, or anything could happen that could make you susceptible. You could be desperate. You could, be broke. A lot of things can happen that may make people reach for something. And the only way out of it is to be surrounded by people who care and love you and want to help. I hope, I hope so. Sergio, nah. You can say that word. You cannot promote its ideology from an algorithm perspective. Google wants to tone down the disc. Yeah. I mean, obviously, that's not something I would promote, obviously. But there are people out there who do, and it's crazy. Drew B, fragrances are marked as for men or women, but if you like a scent, wear it. I agree 100%. Oh, look, I love that too. I wear some fragrances usually marketed as for men. I wear Mugler's Amen Pure Havana. Yeah. I've got Star in aftershave, Jocelyn, in my and I don't think they make it anymore. And I really like it not that I've been shaving very much lately, other than, so this doesn't go up to my eyeballs, but I love the way it smells, and it's really great on your skin. I don't think that they make that anymore, but my old neighbor used to be his bodyguard, Terry Mugler. Very interesting, very, very fascinating guy. Died pretty young. Carlos Poggi just tuned in, hoping to escape political rhetoric debate. Hey ho, hope you're all well. Yeah, we're not really talking about that. We're looking out for each other's mental health, and just saying that it's probably best that people turn it off, because the noise is so loud, from different perspectives. So, just trying to get a grasp on that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got that. Have seen that for sure, but this definitely wasn't the case with this. And oh, really, was it? Yeah, that stuff smells really good, though. I think it probably smelled good on you, right? I believe it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I agree about the do no harm metric, but good God, that's sad to have to revert to deciding who the heck hurt us as a country. Well, that's probably true. Is that what a leader is now? Leaders are not leaders anymore. They're reality show stars and ego. It's all ego. Like, no one. Do you think Trump wants to lead this country? No, he wants to be on TV and just be in the news and be all the time. He doesn't even want that job. He would probably love to go back to being a celebrated public citizen, because way before he got into politics, he was always in the paper, page 6. He was at Elaine. He doesn't drink or anything. He was always at the Studio 54 or Elaine's, being seen, because he was what was known as like a celebutante, or what is that word I'm looking for? A socialite. He and his wife, Ivana, were the biggest socialites in New York City. They were in all the papers all the time. What he's wearing, what she's doing, what's his new business move. He just loves to see his name in print. He thinks he's gorgeous. He thinks he's in great shape. He thinks he's, like that guy has emperor's new clothes, big time. Listen, we've had to live with him my entire life. So like, I have a really good, I'm not saying I know better than you, but like, he's been in my life my entire life because of where I'm from. Before he had a national platform, we had to deal with him forever. He's an egomaniac. That's it. And they all are. Who isn't one? There's very few people. Where are the great ones? My guy would have been the right guy, Admiral William McRaven. He doesn't want the job. This is a decorated, obviously he's an admiral. The guy who wrote Make Your Own Bed, he wrote that book. I think everybody should read that book. And he's got the greatest voice. It's so presidential, and he's tall, and he's handsome. He's just unbelievable. And he basically tells people to take responsibility for their own shit. You know, politics can't clean it up for you and make it all nice. It's not a wish list. He's very pragmatic about the whole thing. And that guy, he would be the greatest president. I also think, honestly, I think if you want to be the president of the United States, I think you need to have a military record. I don't think you can be the commander of the military and not have any experience in the military. I think it's hogwash. Absolutely should not be allowed. Should not be allowed. You have to understand the ins and outs of shit. JC Kingsley says, man, fragrance wise, I'm hooked on. Oh yeah, I gotta smell that. I haven't done it yet, JC. On the John Varvatos lineup. I don't know how the old company is or their industry, but I need to look into them. John Varvatos? Well, he's still there, isn't he? He's not dead, is he? John Varvatos? No, he's all right. Yeah. They occupy CBGB's in New York City. The old CBGB's club, the famous punk club, is John Varvatos boutique, which is very interesting. Yeah. Both Mugler's Amen, Pure Havana, and Pure Malt. Yeah. Why do they do that without the fragrances? Me and my beloved M7. I still go on the internet. I search for a couple things every day. One is Kate Bush, because she's a sneak attack artist. She puts a record out, or she announced that tour. I didn't know anything about it. And YSL M7, my favorite fragrance. But I was bitten once before because I bought one of them and it was counterfeit. And it wasn't cheap. The people that don't want the job would probably do the best job. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Time for our favorite part of the show. This is called the Gallery of Bastards. If I can find it. There it is.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots that sublime me absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with
the world. We got a lot in the thing today. Let's start out with Vasilios from Greece. He says, cats everywhere. Cats everywhere. Any cat to drink. Look at these boys and girls. That's the one thing I loved about Greece. All the stray animals were all chipped, tagged, and they all had food at the ready. They're like, don't feed the dogs and cats. The truck comes around. How beautiful is that culture that does that? Look at these guys. Look at you. Oh, let's go. Stelios. Let's name them all Greek names. Syros, Yanni, and what's another Greek name? And Vasilios. Let's name them after our buddy. Thank you, man. Let's give them all names and humanize them as they deserve to be. Hitesh is here. Here's water bottle picture. Hey, it's a picture of the actual man. Everybody, you get to see a name with the face. There it is. Hitesh C with his iBashers water bottle. It looks great, right? Aren't those beautiful? It's so professional. With his Adidas, look at that. And the beautiful Vancouver right behind him. Thank you, buddy. You're terrific. What a great shot. Thank you. Hitesh C, everybody. Thanks, Hitesh. That was pretty amazing. And then we got, here we go. Chateau Lake Louise, Alberta. I've been there twice. Wow, what a hotel, too. This is our beautiful Sharon showing off her beautiful country. And this, to me, I've never seen water like this in my entire existence. What is that? Is that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? And she took that with her own camera. Intoxicating. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, wow. Is this like a Banff kind of thing? Look at that. Oh, my God. That is astonishing. Wow. Andrew, do you have anything like that by you? Oh, my God. She says where it is. I think she said it was Alberta, right? Thank you, Sharon. Let me see what she says. Chateau Lake Louise, Alberta. It's in Alberta. There was a big bone girl from southern Alberta, just couldn't call her small. My favorite singer from Alberta, K.D. Lang. Most important vocalist since Streisand. The most important. She's perfection. Incredible. Andrew Wolkowicz. Gee, I wonder where Senor is. Where is Senor? Let's go find him. Cats. Pretty great. Oh my God. Too much. Senor. I always used to get worried, like, can you breathe under there? Olive stalking me. Oh, I love this. Black and white cats are just so crazy. We all know they're nuts. Smarter than a safecracker, though. What is the word for safecracker again? There's a name for them. I always forget it because it's so weird. A neg? Is it a neg? A person who can crack a safe? A neg. Look at you, you maniac. You're a maniac. She's a maniac in the basket. Thanks, man. Oh, more pictures of the water bottle. Look at this. He did a photo shoot with the water bottle. This is cool when we eventually do some iBashers merch. Very cool. Isn't that great how it's just the colors missing? It's just the steel. Beautiful. Look at that waterfall, man. Hitesh. Oh, wow. Wow, you went crazy. Look at that. That should be the ad. Can we use that for an ad, Hitesh? It's pretty great. It's pretty damn great. A yeg, right? Yeg. Neg. Yeg, right? That's what it is. A yeg. These are amazing, man. You're the best. Look at this. It's a great looking cap, great looking water bottle. And incomparable Carolyn Martin put that all together, made that happen. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Look at this waterfall. Wow. I want to go to there. Beautiful. How many people have been to this part of Vancouver or to Lake Louise in Canada? Yeah, they came out great. Water bottles are beautiful. Giveaways on the iBasher show. Isn't that great? Who else is giving away stuff? Yeah. Upvote. Olive hiding. She's a beautiful lady. She's go over there and just go. They're like, what? Beautiful lady. I love her spotty nose. Incredible. Thanks, buddy. We love Olive. She's so pretty. Here's ladies and gentlemen. You ready for some art? We have a beautiful Sunday gallery of the incomparable work of Julian. Amazing. Look at this great stuff. Incredible. Let me blow this up. Hey, did you do that to that car? Or was that car like that? That actually looks like fur. I don't know what he does, though. He's some kind of cuckoo magician. Huh, look at that. It's like a portal to a parallel universe. Travel money, all boarded up, and a poor guy, homeless. Or so he appears. Who knows? It could be Howard Hughes. Graffiti. I'm not a fan of graffiti. I'm not a fan of graffiti on buildings and public works. I don't mind it as an art form where it belongs. Like we had a place here where it was kind of a designated graffiti place, but that's a big problem in Europe. Is most European cities are just completely. Italy's maybe got the worst of it all. There's just every single city in Italy has got shit written all over the buildings. And it's like if I was a government guy, I would strike down the hammer on that. I would just make those people clean it up or go to jail for a while because it's just, you know what, it's ugly and it's stupid and they're defacing property. And look how beautiful this is. This looks almost like the house from Blade Runner, which I believe is it Frank Lloyd Wright, that house? I think I'm wrong on that. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Hey. Wow, this is the most different of everything that you've ever showed us, Julian. And he shows us new movements all the time. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Is that wow. Look at that. It's almost like one of those tests where you have to see whether or not you can see what's in there. Is that an iguana? What is that? Beautiful. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, I like this one a lot. It's very stuffy looking shoes, aren't they? Somebody's quite the dandy. But look at the way the floor is warped. I don't know how he does what he does. It's crazy. Beautiful. Now, is this real or miniature? Or I can't tell. See, this is the alternate reality that we're in when we have Julian. Incredible. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, Julian. The Gallery of Julian. Thanks, buddy. Sharing your art. I love that. I love that the Bashers do that. I love that we share people's work. It makes us feel, like we're a part of something. Hey, Dirk, my second electric bike arrived trashed. I didn't even sign for it. Pics above. Oh my God. And my oldest concert tickets. This is from Mart. And, we were talking about his new electric bike that he was getting. Look, it came mangled. Oh, no. They just left it there, and is it all broken? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, look, and Duran, the 10th of November, 1982. I told you, I went to a store the other day, and some girls listening to old music, and I said, do you like Duran? She goes, what's that mean? She had no, look at these beautiful, look at them, swans. Look at them. They're so pretty, but don't go near them. They're kind of mean. Just being protective. Oh, look at that. Whew. Grand Seiko. Look at that. Oh, Seiko Grand Quartz, but look at that dial, though. That's like almost a snowflake dial. That, with the Japanese characters, makes it even more amazing, right? Oh, my God. Incredible. Look at his tail, Bronson's tail. It's crazy. He's a Maine Coon. He's a big cat. Bigger than the average cat. Oh, boy. I think I've seen you outside a couple of libraries. Can I just say something? And you could tell me this privately. Where you are, was that George Michael's town? Because that house across the way looks suspiciously like George Michael's old house, the house he died in. I'm a big fan, so I pay attention to that kind of stuff. You can tell me privately, but I don't know. Great shots. Thank you. I hope you tell us what happens with the bike, because obviously you can return that right away. That should fix that. I don't know where you got it from, but they need to pay better attention to that stuff. Mr. Randolph, this is Bob. Have a good collection for many years, but urge to get another, not round, but a bit dress. JLC Reverso is great, but too much money. So he's thinking about this. We love this. We love the Longines. The Dolce Vita. This is beautiful. Hey, man, there's nothing. Look at that Longines. Oh, my God. That thing is gorgeous. It's an Art Deco masterpiece, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with Longines. Longines is one of the most beautiful brands ever. Absolutely one of the most beautiful brands ever. Look how epically designed this is. It's perfectly proportioned. The contrast, the date at 6. That crown is gorgeous. I love everything about this watch. It's amazing. Get it. If you're shopping for that, I would totally get that. Just let me make sure. I want to see what this is exactly privately, so I don't screw any of this up. Yeah. Yeah. Blue strap, beautiful. Yeah, the Dolce Vita is one of my favorite watches. I found it. Oh yeah, that model's no longer made. Well, you can get it even cheaper, maybe. Yeah, the blued hands. Frankly, I'd like better without the date. Okay. I think the date at 6 is attractive. Yeah. That watch was about $2,100, I think. I think it was, and it's mechanical. And I think that they make a quartz version of that. I'm pretty sure that they do. But it's a beautiful watch, and you should totally get it. Totally get it. Melly C, Eminem Madness, Malkin Mindy Madness. Let's do it. Let's go. Mork on the stretch. I love seeing him just relaxing. He's got his eyes open because he's got to watch out for Mindy, because she might come and attack him. It's a great shot. Oh, man. That radiator is enormous. Can I say that? It's ginormous. Oh, look at you, big stretchy boy. See, that's what happened to Kay. Kay was stretching like that and popping her sutures. Okay, we love you. We love you, Mork. Devil woman. Now that we know, before I'm like, she's an angel, she's so cute, but now I know she's a devil lady. But she's so cute. She's so cute. Oh boy. Devil woman. She's just a devil woman. Oh, we love you, honey pie. Amazing. Oh, look at that. And then look at the beauty that is Mindy. She's such a perfectly beautiful cat with the devil eyes. Be nice to your brother. He's so sweet. Literally her brother from the same litter. Oh, you don't look alike. You might have a different daddy, maybe. Who knows? Mark, look at that. Does that look comfortable or does that look comfortable? He deserves it. Oh, she took it. Did she take it? Did she move him out? She might have. Oh. That's amazing. Please make a poster of that and frame it because it's just the ultimate devil womanry. She's a devil. The Mork and Mindy madness. Mork and Mindy. That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Melly. That just makes our day. Fergal McDermott is here. What do you got here? Just picked up this beauty from 2016. Gorgeous blue hands when you catch them in the light. Some Chris Wood. His collection is enormous, man. Fergal's got an amazing collection. Yeah, that's a beautiful dress watch. I think we're all talking about Chris Ward, man. We're all talking about adding one to the collection because I think everybody should have one. They're so cool. That's a beautiful piece, man. Gorgeous, so dressy, so perfect for a night out. I love this watch. I'm crazy about Chris Ward, man. I've been looking at them a lot lately, thinking about which one though. There's so many of them that are so cool. It's hard to do. Kyle Pena, good afternoon, Dirk. For the gallery today, I submit my first cat photo of my outdoor cat, JP, enjoying a leaf bed. Oh, I love that you take care of this outdoor cat. Oh, he's beautiful. What's his story? You tried to lure him in. He's just not having. He looks great though. He looks great. Looks like. Do you know where he sleeps at night? We don't know where Rose's cat Bubble sleeps at night, but I got Bubble a new house, which came today. I'm going to go set it up after the show. Beautiful. We love him. Hey, JP. And thank you for taking care of that. Listen, there's a lot of, it's cold out. It's wintertime in most parts of the world, you know? And we thank you for that on the iBashers so much. Ray with a wrist shot. What do you got going on here, Ray? Very nice. Ray's got a pretty big collection. How many watches do you have, Ray? I don't want the state of your collection. Just tell me how many. You have quite a number. Not quite a number. Nap time. Who do we got here? We've got Addison, Charlie, and Chloe in feline alignment, just like the planets this week. Did anybody feel the gravitational pull that happens, the phenomenon that happens? I don't know. Look at this. How cute is this, guys? You got the little tree fully occupied, no room, no vacancy. No vacancy. Look at this. It doesn't matter if I don't fit. Who cares? Thank you so much, Patrick. That's great. Sunday. It wouldn't be Sunday without that. It wouldn't be at a nap time. Feline alarm. JC King's a gallery shot of me in devil's lettuce. Oh, cool. I got sidelined the other night. Gonna watch it tonight. Look at this. This is great. I can't wait to watch this. The devil's lettuce. Did you guys have a gun wrangler on the set? Tell me how it worked for you. How did it work for you on that set? Did you have an armorer? Because you have a gun in your hand. Or is it fake? It's good to know. Congratulations on your movie. Very excited for you, buddy. Carlos Paggi, happy Sunday. Oh, not beautiful Seiko. Who doesn't love a Seiko? Seiko Sunday. Maybe we should do Seiko Sunday. Everybody's got a Seiko, right? You got to have a Seiko. You got to have a Seiko? I have a Seiko. I'm going to put on my Seiko. I'm going to put it on. I'm wearing my Charlie Brown Timex today. My weekender, but I just put on is my Charlie Brown, which I love. I wear it all the time. It's time for me to clean the band and my beautiful field watch from Seiko. Because, you know, I love green. Love, love, love me green. Now I love red because now I have red watches. Beautiful watch, buddy. We love the Seiko. Thanks, Pat and JC Kingsley. Name that movie. Oof. Bad at that. I'll leave it to the Bastards because I don't know off the top of my head. Black Dragon of the Black Pool. 28 watches, says Ray Ray. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. I have 10 and I don't have any shitters. Well, that I consider shitters. You know, any crappy ones. I have watches I really like. What is a shitter anyway? Shitter is like a badly made watch, right? I don't have any badly made watches. What movie is this? Anybody know? Because I do not. It'll come up in the comments, I am sure. And that, my friends, is the Gallery of Bashtards. But what am I going to do? I'm going to leave this on the screen because we pray for Kay. Because she's beautiful and we love her. We're all madly in love with this beautiful, beautiful lady. And thank Drew B and his beautiful wife and family for taking care of her. We love you and we wish you the best. So I'll leave that on the screen for now because it's all about her. God damn it. RP 1960 says $9.99. Beautiful Sunday Mass. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you, RP. And I couldn't agree with you more, my dear friend. Thank you so much. That's a really nice one. Let's give you the super chat. Oh, let's give you Mike Pence. No, you deserve better than that. You deserve better than that for sure. Let's see. Where are we in the chitter chatter? Where was I? I'm gonna make sure I get it up to where I was. This thing never sticks where I leave it. Yeg. Shag Daddy got it right. The log shot is the winner. Okay, I agree. It's pretty great. What he loves the water bottles. Went to Lake Louise and Banff. I would love to go to Banff in September, but Lake Louise looks absolutely astonishing. What kind of car is that, Tommy? What is that? What is that? Is that a Porsche? Oh, like I'm pretty good at knowing what cars those are, but is that a concept car or what is that thing? Can I blow this up at all? I can. The logo looks like a Porsche logo, but man, is that a concept thing? It's very, very, very cool. Let me know what that is. JC Kingsley says, I've seen some. Yeah, me too. You know, that movie, I don't know what it's called, but it's with that annoying guy that's in, that wrote and directed that movie, A Fine Mess or whatever it's called. The guy who played Zuckerberg. Now You See Me, I think it's all about the conclave of the graffiti artists and the magicians. That's literally 100 yards from where I live. And they knocked it down and they built luxury condos. It's called 5 Points. And they called the luxury condos 5 Points. How disgraceful is that? It was a disgrace to the art. And it was a perfect place for them to do it. But when you see scribbly rando tags, I agree. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I wish they didn't do it. Dean says that King Charles owns all the unmarked swans in open water in the UK and Wales. This right was placed in medieval times. Yeah, and I've heard that. That's funny. What does that mean, unmarked? That they haven't caught and tagged? I guess it does. JC Kingsley, that cat is clearly judging you. She's judging us all, my friend. Mindy always looks good in pictures. She sure does. We have a heated bed under the porch from. Oh, that's the best. Thank you, Kyle. It's great to see. Mindy's a poser, and yes, she took his spot. I hate when they kick them out. Chris M is wearing his Chris Ward 12 Glacier as he watches. Fantastic. Send some pictures to the gallery, baby. Jump on in. Some Chris Ward. It's all great. Mart loves the Mindy shots. We all love them. JC Kingsley says, fake gun, plastic as hell. Everything on that short film was a bottom dollar budget. We're actually filming that scene in a dojo that I taught martial arts in a while back. Hilarious. Drew B says, I just got a call from the vet. She went in for more surgery, Drew. Kay's out of surgery and doing okay. We'll pick her up in a couple of hours. Oh, I just thought they needed to fix her her sutures. Oh God, now I'm really wearing the worry hat. Oh my God. Oh man, all the love in the world to you, Kay. We love you, Kay. Get well soon, honey pie. Oh man, get well, Kay. We all love it. Great news. Yeah, I just so worry for the kitty cats of the world. You know, it's unbelievable. Drew B, you're the best, man. Drew B. Guys, ladies and germs, that's the show. Thank you so much for joining Sunday Mass. This is the beautiful Kay, Drew, and Heather B's beautiful kitty cat that they rescued. She's just got out of surgery. All well wishes and prayers to her. We love you so much, and we thank you all. Guys, this is the best day of the week where we all just get together and try to do the right thing for each other. It's a beautiful day. Go in peace to love and serve the Bash. Thank you all so very much. Thanks to everybody. You know how I feel about you. I'll see you guys. I don't know if we're doing a Watch Fashion Police tomorrow. I'll find out. But I'll be back on Speedy Tuesday to see you all. Drew B, keep me posted. I love you, man. Thank you so much for everybody. Guys, go in peace to love and serve the Bash. This is Dirk. This is the iBashers. And remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody unkind, give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't know what they're going through. They could be the nicest person in the world or the other thing. But we don't say that on Sundays as a rule. So go in peace, buddy.
The choir, sweet hymn, it lifts a sigh of prayer all the days our hearts desire. It's our